Hey everyone! Welcome back to my channel. Today, we're exploring the wheel speed sensor. A car's speed sensor, also known as a wheel speed sensor or vehicle speed sensor, VSS, is a critical component that measures the rotational speed of a vehicle's wheels. This information is then used by various vehicle systems, such as the anti-lock braking system, ABS, the traction control system, and the odometer. If the speed sensor fails or provides inaccurate readings, it can lead to various issues, such as ABS malfunctions, erratic speedometer readings, and even engine performance problems. The speed sensor is typically located near the wheel, either at the wheel hub or in the transmission. It consists of magnet, reluctor ring or tone ring, Hall effect sensor or inductive sensor, and electronic circuit. The electrical signals generated by the sensor are processed by an electronic circuit, which converts them into a digital signal that can be interpreted by the vehicle's computer, ECU. As the wheel rotates, the reluctor ring teeth passing through the magnetic field of the sensor create a series of electrical pulses. The frequency of these pulses is directly proportional to the rotational speed of the wheel. The vehicle's computer then uses this information to calculate the vehicle's speed, which is displayed on the speedometer and used by other vehicle systems. Symptoms of a bad speed sensor: erratic or fluctuating speedometer readings. When the speed sensor is malfunctioning, it can send inconsistent signals to the vehicle's computer, causing the speedometer to display erratic or unreliable speed readings. This can be especially noticeable during acceleration, deceleration, or at different speeds. Intermittent check engine light or warning messages. The vehicle's computer will detect issues with the speed sensor and set diagnostic trouble codes, DTCs, which can trigger the check engine light or other warning messages on the dashboard. These warning lights may illuminate intermittently or remain on continuously, depending on the nature of the problem. Inconsistent vehicle speed reporting to other systems. The speed sensor data is used by various vehicle systems, such as the cruise control, traction control, and stability control. If the speed sensor is malfunctioning, these systems may receive inconsistent or inaccurate speed information, leading to improper operation or reduced functionality. Difficulty starting the engine or engine stalling. In some cases, a faulty speed sensor can interfere with the engine's ignition or fuel delivery, causing starting difficulties or the engine to stall unexpectedly. Poor fuel economy. Inaccurate speed data from a bad speed sensor can lead to incorrect fuel injection and ignition timing, resulting in reduced fuel efficiency. Rough or jerky transmission shifting. The speed sensor data is used by the transmission control module to determine the appropriate gear changes. A malfunctioning speed sensor can cause the transmission to shift erratically or at the wrong times, leading to a rough, jerky driving experience. Causes of a bad speed sensor. Physical damage to the sensor or reluctor ring. The speed sensor and the reluctor ring, the toothed wheel that the sensor monitors, can be damaged by road debris, corrosion, or physical impact. This can compromise the sensor's ability to accurately detect the wheel's rotational speed. Sensor wiring issues. Problems with the wiring, such as loose connections, shorts, or opens, can disrupt the signal being transmitted from the speed sensor to the vehicle's computer. Sensor failure due to age, wear, or environmental factors. Over time, the speed sensor can wear out or fail due to the harsh operating conditions, such as exposure to heat, moisture, and vibrations. Reluctor ring teeth damage or missing. If the teeth on the reluctor ring are damaged, worn, or missing, the sensor will not be able to accurately detect the wheel's rotational speed. Sensor misalignment with the reluctor ring. If the speed sensor is not properly aligned with the reluctor ring, it may not be able to accurately detect the changes in the magnetic field, leading to inaccurate speed readings. 1. Fault detection. When the vehicle's computer detects a problem with the wheel speed sensor circuit, it will store a fault code. 2. Warning light activation. Depending on the severity of the fault and the vehicle's specific programming, a warning light may be illuminated on the dashboard. This could be a general, check engine light, a more specific ABS, anti-lock brake system, light, or a combination of both. 3. Accessing fault codes. To identify the exact fault code, a suitable diagnostic scanner or code reader is usually required. This tool can connect to the vehicle's onboard diagnostic (OBD) system and retrieve the stored fault code. While most modern vehicles require a scanner to access fault codes, some older vehicles may have a built-in diagnostic system that allows for manual code retrieval. However, this is less common. If you suspect a problem with your wheel speed sensor, it's recommended to have it diagnosed by a mechanic. They can use a scanner to retrieve and interpret the fault code, and then take appropriate steps to repair or replace the faulty component. Wheel speed sensors are generally low-maintenance components that don't require regular replacement. However, there are a few things you can do to maintain and care for them. Maintenance. 1. Keep the sensor clean. Remove any dirt, debris, or brake dust from the sensor's housing and connector. Use a clean cloth or compressed air to clean the area. 2. Inspect the wiring. Check for any signs of damage, corrosion, or loose connections in the wiring harness leading to the sensor. 3. Protect the sensor. If your vehicle has exposed wheel speed sensors, consider covering them with a protective boot or shield to prevent damage from road debris. Replacement. Wheel speed sensors are typically replaced only when they are damaged or malfunctioning. If you suspect a problem with your wheel speed sensor, it's best to have it diagnosed by a mechanic. They can use a scanner to retrieve and interpret fault codes, and then determine the best course of action. Here are some common reasons for replacing a wheel speed sensor. Fault codes. The vehicle's computer may store a fault code indicating a problem with the sensor. ABS warning light. The ABS warning light may stay on even when the brakes are not applied. ABS malfunction. The ABS system may not function properly, leading to inconsistent braking performance. Speedometer inaccuracy. The speedometer may display incorrect readings. If you experience any of these issues, it's recommended to have your wheel speed sensor inspected and replaced if necessary. Testing a wheel speed sensor with a multimeter. A multimeter is a valuable tool for diagnosing wheel speed sensor issues. By measuring the sensor's resistance and voltage output, you can determine if it's functioning correctly. Here's a step-by-step guide. Park on a level surface. Ensure the vehicle is parked securely and on a level surface. Check fuses. Inspect the fuses related to the ABS and traction control systems. If a fuse is blown, replace it before proceeding. Use a code reader. Optional, a code reader can help identify specific faulty sensors. Remove the wheel. Access the wheel speed sensor by removing the wheel. Disconnect the connector. Unplug the electrical connector from the wheel speed sensor. Connect the multimeter. Attach the multimeter probes to the 2 pins of the sensor connector. Measure resistance. Set the multimeter to the ohms setting and measure the resistance. It should be very low, near zero. A high resistance or open circuit indicates a faulty sensor. Measure AC voltage. If the resistance test passes, set the multimeter to measure AC voltage. Spin the wheel. Have someone manually rotate the wheel hub as fast as possible. Monitor voltage. Watch the multimeter reading. The voltage should fluctuate in accordance with the wheel's rotation speed. If there's no change or no voltage, the sensor might be faulty. Repeat for other sensors. Repeat these steps for any other wheel speed sensors you suspect might be faulty. Remember, always consult your vehicle's service manual for specific instructions and safety precautions. If you're unsure about any of these steps or encounter difficulties, it's best to seek professional assistance from a mechanic. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, please like it and leave a comment. If you are new to the channel, please click the subscribe button.